Hey guys, you're watching Simon and Lanny. My name is AJ. We are back on another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. Today, there's a few things I want to talk about, or there's one thing I really want to talk about. It was a question of the day sent in by a subscriber. Also, some very quick suggestions on how to make this fairy mushroom roller coaster a little bit better. Someone said, put some normal mushrooms on the mycelium. I like that idea. I didn't think of that, and I don't know how I didn't think of that. So, that's the first thing. Second thing is I have a little fairy pixel art design in mind. I'll be building that later on this episode as well. But let's get on to the question of the day, because it's a big one. And it's an important one. Okay? So the question of the day is, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, let's say that you turn on the TV, you've just finished playing Minecraft, you turn on the TV, and all the channels are saying there's a zombie apocalypse. The Minecraft zombies have spread into the real world. What would you do? Where would you go? And how would you survive? So, I've had to think about this, okay? I thought, you know what, that's a good enough question to actually think about before answering, and not just try and make up an answer in the episode. So, I turn on the TV. The TV channel says the Minecraft zombies have been released. You need to get to safety. It's every man for himself. Right. First thing I would do is I would get in my... What would I get in my car? Because my car, it's a fast car, which could be helpful, but it's against zombies. And if we're thinking Minecraft zombies, we're not thinking about fast zombies that you see on like other programs. We're talking about Minecraft zombies here, so they're slow. So maybe a fast car wouldn't be very beneficial. I do, however, my girlfriend's car is a pickup truck. Would that be better? I think that'd be better. There's more storage, so you could carry more stuff with you. There's more a bigger fuel tank, yeah, and there's more spaces to fit people as well. Because my car's a 4-seater. Hers is a 5-seater, but then people could sit in the back if we picked up some survivors along the way. So yeah, I think I'll take the girlfriend's truck. You can also run zombies over with it as well, can't you? Let's put this track down while I'm talking about this. This is a very exciting topic for me. I'm going to use the tech rails, I think, for this as well. It's a very exciting topic for me. You can't not like zombies, can you? I wonder if I'll get all the way around this corner with that one powered rail. I might not. You know, I'm going to put a second one in. No, we'll leave it with one. We can always add another one, can't we? So, the next step for me, right, is relatively close. That's no good, is it? No, I'm going to need a lever for this one. Relatively close to me, about, I don't know, about 2 miles away, let's say, is a doctor's surgery. Like, where you go, not a hospital, just a doctor's surgery, okay? But it's still going to be pretty beneficial because it's in a very rural place. Not many people know about it. It doesn't have that many patients, like, that go there. Obviously, there's no beds there. It's not a hospital. You just go there if you're sick. This isn't going to work. I knew I had done it wrong. Okay, that's no problem. We can fix this as we go up, like this. I think that's how we fix it, isn't it? It seems to be about right. That top isn't going to work, but we'll figure out that in a minute. So I would go there first. Why? Because there's... I'm going to do every 2, I think. Because there's medical supplies, bandages, paracetamol, you know, other painkiller drugs, which, to be fair, you're probably going to need. Not if you get bitten, though, by a zombie. Let's say if you get bitten by the zombies, you become a zombie. So it's not like the bandages and stuff are going to really help the situation. However, they are going to at least numb a little bit of pain if you are unfortunate enough to hurt yourself, maybe on a bramble or something like that. It's always good to have a little bit of medical supplies with you. Next step, once I've got some medical supplies... Oh, actually, before I've even left the house, I would probably grab some knives, some weapons. Here in the UK, you don't come across many guns. It's not like I know in America, a lot of people, not all families, but a lot of families keep guns, keep weapons, for protection or for hunting or whatever reason. Totally up to them how they use their guns, as long as it's not for not for bad things. But we don't have hardly any guns in the UK at all, so I couldn't really grab a gun. That's not really on the agenda. But knives, everybody has like a big kitchen. Whoop, something disconnected on my computer. Oh, I think that's a Xbox controller. Yeah, so everybody has a kitchen knife. So I think I'd grab that before I go. And I think I would have a very quick scout around the place to see if there's any food. Canned food would be good because obviously it's preserved, it lasts longer. Chocolate, I know that might sound a little bit silly under the circumstances, but chocolate is great for energy, isn't it? Great for keeping your energy levels up. So I'd probably grab whatever chocolate that we've got and maybe bread, because I don't know, that might sound a little bit silly, mightn't it? I don't know, it's hard. Let me know what you would do in the comment section below. More detailed the better. I like having a good read of the comment section. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just grab some food, then go to the medical place, and then after that I would probably go to the nearest supermarket. Now, you've got to think that by now it's probably been about let's say it's been half an hour since I first heard the warning. And if it's been half an hour since I've heard the warning, that probably means it's been long enough for the nearest supermarket to be completely raided by everybody. Everybody's going to head there first. Let's just give this a try before I carry on rambling. This is going to be a rambly episode. I do forewarn you. Let's just see if we get all the way around with no hiccups. Oh, I like the speed. I like it. We're very... Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, how you, like, stop nearly at the top. That's really cool. A very fast bit here. And then... Is there any powered rail now until the end? I don't think there is. I think it's all momentum. It works well. I like that. That's a sweet roller coaster. I like the distance. I like the speed. Yeah, that's definitely what we want to do. Okay, while I just wrap up, I'll try and wrap up my rambling conversation here. I'll put down some mycelium, maybe on this level around the track. For the bottom level, that sounds pretty good. So I would probably go to the nearest supermarket just to see if there's anything there, and also probably to fill up with fuel. If the truck isn't full of fuel, you're gonna want some fuel, aren't you, to be able to get anywhere? So I think that would probably be the next step. Grab any food that is left over there. Again, preferably canned food. And then get the hell out of there. I think my next goal would be to probably go to the coast. Go to the beach. Because at least at the beach, you can only get attacked by one direction. The zombies aren't going to come from the water, are they? So you can't get attacked from the back. In the hopes to find some sort of boat. Either military. Either find some sort of military boat that's there to take us away off the island out of England, and live in the ocean until everything is sort of sorted, until the zombies have eaten themselves, which would eventually happen with zombies, because obviously they want to keep eating and they'll just eventually eat each other. And yeah, and if there isn't a military boat there, I would either try and find a boat that has a bit of fuel in it, and maybe go try and find possibly some sort of tropical island to be able to survive for a little bit longer. There's not going to be any zombies on a tropical island, is there? Because there was no humans there to begin with. And yeah, I suppose I'll just try and survive on an island. I don't know if that's a brilliant idea or not. Obviously, we haven't really gone through that many details of where exactly the zombies are. Are they all over the world? Are they only in the UK? There's a lot of variables that we have to sort of work out before we get an exact plan. But I think we've got a pretty solid start. Anyway, let me know what you would do in the zombie apocalypse in the comment section below. Obviously, you don't need to go into as much detail as I went into there. But it'd be interesting to see how you guys would deal with it. Depending on what country you're in. You know, if you're in America, you might find it a little bit easier to get your hand on a gun. Or would you not go that way? Would you help survivors? Would you be a sole survivor, you know, on your own, so you didn't have to share food and stuff? Very interesting to hear. I think I would probably, depending on the person, depending on if I trust them initially. Let's say we found someone who was a survivor. I would have to gauge to see if I trusted him or not. If we trusted him, we'd probably bring him with us, because at the end of the day, it is someone else that can kill zombies and get us out of trouble. But on the other hand, it's another person you have to share food with, which is very important when food is going to be a little bit more scarce. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you with that thought. I'm gonna put down a load of mycelium here. We've actually done a huge chunk of it already while talking. And I'm also going to work on a little pixel art fairy. Whenever I do pixel arts, I always cut away, because they take a little bit of working out. You know, you place a lot of blocks wrong for the first few times until you sort of get a nice shape. So I'm going to do that, and I should be right back. Okay, so there's the fairy. Can you guys see it? Like, because I done it, I can easily see a fairy there. Like, you've got the pink hair, you've got like a little face. Ugh. Analog sticks funky. A little face there, and her arm holding like a little magic wand. She's got her wings on the back. There's one wing and then like another wing, so it's like a butterfly wings on the back. Then the other arm, and then there's the legs, and she's wearing a little blue dress. I got this off Google. I sort of like the look of it. I don't know. I think, to me, because I built it, it looks like a fairy. But I think it would look better if we had like another one facing that way. So they were like looking towards each other. Do you think that would look better? Probably. Anyway, around the outside, I have put a line of end stone. I'm 99% sure that mycelium doesn't actually spread to grass. And if it does, I think it only spreads in a mushroom biome. I might be wrong there. I'll have to look into it. But either way, it does look really nice and a lot better with a board around it than it would otherwise. And then I've got all the mycelium. This took ages to fill up the mycelium in the middle here. Put some mushrooms down, terraformed a little bit more here and there. The only last thing that we've got to do is the platforms, or the ride is sort of floating. Okay, now, in a way, it's a fairy ride, so we can sort of get away with it. But in another way, it does look a little bit weird. So what I would really like to do is I'm going to add some red stained clay, because it's the same colour as sort of the mushrooms, or the better looking mushrooms. I think they look better. I like the red ones better. And I was thinking, because we also need to hide up some of the what are they called? Levers, that's the word. Some of the levers. So I was thinking, not necessarily around the whole place, but just around some of it, we put down some red wool, and then that way we can hide the levers up as well. It adds a little bit of colour. It's not the same red as the mushroom, so it doesn't quite blend together, which is good. But at least it does look a little bit better. In some cases, you might think so. I don't know. I'm going to sort of leave it, or let you guys be the end judges. Would white look better there? White stained clay? Is this clay, or is it? Yeah, it is clay. You guys are the best judges for what looks good and what doesn't quite look as good. So I usually just leave the opinion up to you, and you can say, "Ew, that looks disgusting," or "Actually, AJ, that looks very nice. Good job." So let me know. Also, let me know for your comment of the day in the comment section below. Not just the one for today, the zombie apocalypse one, but if you guys have a question of the day that you would like me to ask in an upcoming episode, it might not be next episode, but it might be an episode soon, then let me know as well, and I'll be sure to have a look through them and see if I can find one that I think would be good to use. But anyway, let's just finish off it. It's been a very long episode for me. We're getting on for about 50 minutes now. Just placing down the mycelium just takes so long to do. It's not not the funnest thing to do sometimes. Let's put this here and this on this side. We'll just work it back round to the beginning. Anyway, guys, I don't really want to cut off yet. I don't want to end the video because we haven't really finished. I want to get all the red my voice, all the red down first. And I only just cut away, so I'm going to stay with you for a little bit longer. We've got some levers to cover up here. Quite a few by the seams of it. Wow, that goes higher than... wow, even higher. It seems to go a lot higher than what I remember building. I like the red. I do like the red. Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's filling up the ride a lot more as well, isn't it? It's making the ride look more complete when we're adding this colour around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Add a sub-colour around the outside. Alright. Up here, up here, up here. Nearly there. Not far to go. There's not much red to do around the side because a lot of it is actually covered up by mycelium anyway. But underneath it to cover up... Ooh. No, we should be good. We've got a... I'm going to fill this in completely here, you know. I think otherwise we're going to have like a one square gap between it. And it's not going to look all that fancy. Need to be careful, though, on a bend because the minecart, as we've found out, the minecart will hit it. And it'll slow it down. If you've got a block like on the edge of a track, as soon as the minecart turns, it does hit it. So you have to be a little bit careful sometimes. Alright, and then to cover up this... I just put that there and that there. No, it doesn't look very good. I just need to find a way to... I don't want to go all the way over there. We'll just add like a couple more... Oh, that's good. Right there. And then fill that up in the middle. There we go. Just adds a little bit of a chunk there, doesn't it, as well? Okay. Now, back to this bit. We're going to put that there. There, 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 and there. Wonderful. Oh, and there's another one here. So we'll bring the red out. Like this. Like that. And like that. White, white. Wonderful. How much more do we have to go? In fact, I do have a little bit. I'm just going to cut this out for a minute. While I cover up these levers, and I'll be right back to show you the finished product. Okay, I decided in the end to put red around all of the whole track on either side, so any thin bits, like I think before this was like this, and I know some of you would have picked up on that. I've fixed all those sort of problems, and I think it looks really cool. I like the sort of light coloured red. I think our last thing to do is to give it a go, give it a ride, make sure it all looks good when we go round it, and then call it an episode, guys. Oh, I just like how it goes so slow. Right at the top here is nice and slow as well. Autosave, that's what that was. Around the top. Oh yeah, that's a really cool shape. I like that bit of the ride as well. And then back to the beginning. Wonderful, guys. Alright, well, we are going to leave it there for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!